Spring is all about gorgeous, soft purple florals, and what better purple floral than lilac? Hey everyone, I'm Annie G and welcome to my channel where the scents are sweet and the reviews are spicy. It is my job to make sure that you are never overspending on anything, let alone perfume. So today I thought it would be fun to go over some amazing perfumes that highlight the note of lilac. Now, lilac can be really hard in perfume because it's really soft and light. However, this lineup really packs a punch and it's lilac that you're getting, okay? They are delicious, soft, nostalgic. There is something about the note of lilac that is so nostalgic to me, and I think it's because, at least where I'm from, they are everywhere in the spring. Growing up, just being outside, lilacs blooming, just has this very nostalgic feel. So all of these perfumes give me that really comforting nostalgia, and they're all really unique. We have some indie, we have some niche. I was gonna say we have some affordable options, but we don't. These are all niche and indie, so they're a little higher price point. However, I do think they are beautiful perfumes that are absolutely worth the money, especially this time of year. So give me a like, subscribe. It means a lot to me. I'm here for you Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Okay, let's talk about my favorite lilac perfumes. First up is Tears by Régime de Fleurs. Oh my goodness. When I first smelled this, I was taken aback. This is probably the first lilac perfume that really blew me away. It's clean, slightly aromatic, and a little spicy, but you definitely get that lilac. It's watery and delicate and soft, but still has something rich underneath it and a little spicy. If you've ever smelled Honor 43 Woman, they don't smell the same at all, but it has the same feeling of really soft, delicate, feminine florals with something a little rich underneath supporting it with, you know, some spicier notes, just richer notes. It's really interesting, the balance of that really soft, hyper delicate lilac with heavier notes like olibanum, cognac. The full note list for this is lilac, orris, ambergris, orange blossom, rosewater, pink pepper, olibanum, cognac, and mandarin orange. So it's a little juicy and sweet, smooth. It's very velvety, but the olibanum and the cognac give it something really rich and a little spicy. It is beautiful, 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 beautiful. If you like a clean floral, this one is so unique. It is pricey. It is very pricey. However, I think it's worth the money. I think this is a beautiful perfume. So Tears by Régime de Fleurs is my first favorite lilac fragrance. Okay, next up is one that I don't hear many people talk about, which is such a shame because it's gorgeous, and that is Totally White 126 by Parle. Whoa, wee wow. Okay, this is the epitome of a clean laundry lilac. So think of a really elegant lilac scented laundry detergent, but less soapy and more just soft and airy. On Fragrantica, they don't list lilac in the note breakdown, but on Lucky Scent, where I got my sample, they do. So I'm confused. In any case, the notes in here, definitely lilac. I get lilac. And then wisteria, syringa. I don't know what syringa is. Let's look. Okay, so it's a white floral that is sometimes confused with lilac, but it has a sweet, rich floral profile reminiscent of honeysuckle, orange blossom, and gardenia. Interesting. Syringa. And then hawthorn is in here as well. So wisteria, syringa, hawthorn. It lists lilac on Lucky Scent, so I don't know if it's actually a lilac perfume now that but it smells like lilac to me. It smells like a really well done lilac. It's clean, it's light, it's feminine. It's not too sickly or intense or perfumey. It's very soft and elegant. This is such a beautiful perfume. Super underrated. I don't hear anyone talk about it. Yeah, Totally White. That's such a good name for it because it does feel like a blank, clean slate. Really bright, and then I just see those purple lilacs blooming. I just imagine being under a lilac bush in a freshly laundered white linen shirt or dress. It's just gorgeous and such a good lilac perfume, or lilac smelling perfume. Next up is another one from Universal Flowering. I am having a Universal Flowering renaissance right now. Every single one of her fragrances is hitting for me recently. And this is Lilac number 4. And this is an incredibly green interpretation of lilac. It is hyper realistic, fresh cut grass and lilacs. You're mowing the lawn, there's lilac bushes surrounding your lawn. It maybe just rained or you just watered, so it's a little dewy and damp, earthy. It smells like damp earth and lilac. It's such an interesting juxtaposition between this damp earthiness. It doesn't smell dank or gross damp or mildewy. It just smells wet. I wonder if there's really green tuberose in here. There's something very slightly vegetal, maybe a little grassy, but the lilac, hyper realistic, and so beautiful, truly so beautiful. If you like a green floral, I think this might be one to try. If you're not super into purple florals, this might be a good entryway into that world. Gorgeous, 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 soft. It lasts. This thing lasts, which for purple florals generally, especially lilac, they don't have a ton of lasting power because they're not a super dense fragrance, but this one, however she blended it, the only note that is listed is lilac, at least in Fragrantica. There's gotta be more going on because it's rich, a little sharp, but in a really fresh way. That makes sense. Like it's a little zingy, which is really interesting for a lilac fragrance because usually they're like more soft, powdery, slightly watery. This one feels a little more dense, a little more earthy, fresh, bright, and just has a lot of presence, and it's very robust for a lilac fragrance. Highly recommend. Get a discovery kit for Universal Flowering. I am obsessed right now. Every single one of their fragrances is hitting. So you can't really go wrong, but Lilac number 4 is gorgeous and I highly recommend. Next up is Hummingbird from Zoologist. This one is so pretty to me. This one is so pretty and fun. It's a little, it's hard to describe. It has this creamy, musky sandalwood, but then it's got cherry and tulip and lilac, and I think there's freesia. It's fruity and bright and soft at the same time, but also has this creamy muskiness at the base. So the top notes are lilac, cherry, and pear, lily of the valley, apple, plum, rose, violet, and citruses. Okay, so pretty much most of my favorite notes just right at the top, just right out the gate. Juicy, a little fruity, but not so sickly, syrupy fruity. Middle notes, honey, honeysuckle, mimosa, ylang ylang, peony, and tulip. Sweet and watery. The honeysuckle gives it something unique. It's so hard to describe. It is sunny and juicy and bright, but still light. Hummingbird, light and zesty, but so floral. So floral. And then the base notes, whipped cream, musk, coumarin, moss, amber, sandalwood, and whitewood. So the creamy, musky base with those juicy florals, it's such an interesting contrast. It's very grounding and soft and beautiful, a little powdery and creamy, but then zesty and juicy and bright at the same time. The lilac really comes through really well. The sweeter facets of the lilac are brought out by some of those fruit notes, and the powderiness is complemented with the lily of the valley and the musk. This is a stunning perfume. It is so interesting and unique. I don't know why more people don't talk about this for the spring because it's just truly gorgeous. I love Hummingbird and I think it's such a beautiful use of lilac. Next up is another literal lilac, and that is Lilac by Caswell-Massey. I featured honeysuckle from them in my spring picks video, which is gorgeous. And lilac, their rendition of lilac is very interesting. The notes are lilac, suede, and amber. If you've ever smelled one of my favorites, Violet Nair by Mio Fusiuni, how it's the purple floral with this kind of richer, darker, leathery facets, that's kind of what they did with lilac. It's lilac with this suedey, kind of rich dewiness. It's this watery purple floral, very realistic, really well done lilac with a slightly earthy animalic suede. It's definitely suede. It's a really supple, soft, white suede. It's not dense or dark or too animalic. It just adds something carnal. It adds something really smooth to complement the wateriness of the lilac. It is gorgeous. And the amber just makes it powdery and addictive in a way and a little rich. It is so beautiful. It's such an easy, classic perfume. I would wear this to the office. It's still springtimey and light, but that suede adds something a little more serious. It's not too playful. Some of these lilacs are very playful, like Hummingbird and Tears is a little more playful. This is a little more serious. It's a bit more grown up feeling for a lilac. It is stunning, gorgeous, 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 and I highly recommend trying it this spring if you're interested in lilac perfumes. Next is a gorgeous, unique lilac, and that is Dream Sequence by Marissa Zappas. Oh my God. I used up my sample and I'm deciding on whether or not to get a full bottle. She doesn't do smaller sizes, so I'm like, oh, do I need a full bottle? I don't know, maybe. Earthy lilac, bright citrus, creamy ambrette, and vanilla, all playing together. Dream Sequence really, really tells the story. It's earthy and ethereal at the same time. It feels almost otherworldly. The notes in here are lilac, big, realistic, watery, beautiful lilac at the opening, earthy notes, petitgrain, bergamot, ambrette, vanilla, rolly, musk, and tonka. So it's a little green, a little sharp, but then watery and creamy at the same time. It's so hard to describe. If you like Queens and Monsters by Henry Rose, I think you would like this a lot. It's like the indie cool girl, like a little more interesting and unique than Queens and Monsters. Not that Queens and Monsters isn't like boring or basic, but you know what I mean? Like it's just has a little something different going on. But with Queens and Monsters, that sandalwood with that sharp and then a little bit of vanilla in there, that's kind of how this feels. It's the juxtaposition of these creamy notes with this sharp, really bright green, bergamot, petitgrain, and then this just watery, ethereal lilac kind of surrounding everything. And it just kind of feels like this. Like it kind of feels like a dreamy floral thaw. It's so hard to describe, but it is so beautiful, so stunning, so unique, such a, just unique composition and so unlike anything else. It is a stunning representation of lilac and such a creative perfume. I just love it and I highly, highly recommend this spring getting your nose on it because it's just so unique. So, so unique. So Dream Sequence by Marissa Zappas is not to be missed. And last but certainly not least is one of the only passion fruit fragrances that doesn't smell like BO or farts to me, and that is Love at First Sight by Nomade. This is a beautiful lilac passion fruit fragrance. It is so interesting. The combination, I would have never thought to put this together. This feels like very early summer, late May, early June. Days are starting to get warmer more consistently, but there's still that like fresh, early, like hyper green, still really watery and dewiness about the air and the grass that early summer has. And then it has that like kind of tropical passion fruit. The lilac and the passion fruit really complement each other and really make it just this like sweet, not syrupy. It still has that like thin, watery texture that lilac gives, but still like rich and fun and it's so interesting and unique, and I really, really, really like it. It's lilac, passion fruit, acacia, and ambroxan. It has this, molecular airiness to it, which also helps it last. So this does, for a lilac perfume, have very good longevity. Stayed on my hand for like 5-6 hours. Beautiful, soft, light, fun, and different. If you like Power of You, you should try this because I think this is actually like an interesting take on passion fruit that I don't really see anywhere else. The lilac just makes it so light and youthful and fun. Love at First Sight really is such a good name because it just feels like that, just like like your life was just changed and like your eyes are opened and the colors are brighter and you're so happy. It's such a beautiful perfume. I never hear anyone talk about it. And I think, yeah, it's just so unique and cool and would be so fun to try this spring. So definitely get a sample of Love at First Sight. Is so cool. Okay, so those are my personal favorite lilac perfumes. So gorgeous and so unique. Lilac is so hard to do that I feel like a lot of people don't even try. A lot of brands don't even try. So these are unique, they're interesting, they're different, and they're just so elegant. And if you love lilac, please, please, please try these. Let me know if you've tried any of these or what your favorite lilac perfumes are. I would love to know. I'm really into a lilac purple floral right now, so let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, bye.